Mic check, 1, 2. What it do? What it do? Hope everybody's having a happy beginning to your week. What day is it? Monday, Sunday? I don't even know what day it is, man. Hey, as you can see, we ain't doing no countdowns. We ain't doing no music. We already started to the party. So I'm going to go ahead and bring myself up in here. And then I will be bringing my co-host on. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Points Blank Experience. It is your host that sometimes does the most. I'm already doing the most. I ain't even got no glasses on. I hope I ain't gonna be reading them because I ain't be able to see ish. Anyway, man, happy Monday, man. As you can see from the thumbnail, we are gonna be talking about who's watching your kids, man. Who is watching your kids when you ain't? And we ain't here to step on nobody's toes. We are gonna keep it respectful. We are gonna be real about it. That's why it's live and direct with T and Rod. But we're also gonna have a little fun. Without any further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and bring my co-host on the screen. What it do? What it do? What it do? What's going on,
Rod? What's up?
chilling,
What's up?
chilling. How you been? How you been?
I'm doing good, doing good. How's it going?
Man, just chilling. Just been over here grinding, recording on these 1,400 channels I got and trying to get some kind of traction. 1 minute I'm investing, the next minute I'm talking about watching people kids. Then I'm over here talking about what kind of trips people could take. So,
well, I watched your Royal Caribbean and your Carnival investing one. About getting in there giving people updates on stuff like that, and I was like, maybe I need to buy some stock up in
yeah,
as
man.
much as I be daggone cruising.
Yeah, you about to be an honorary captain or something. They're gonna give you a little hat and everything. Yeah, a little uniform. Yeah, man. You might as well own part of what you're doing. Now, I know, man. I know y'all just went on a cruise and just looking at this topic, man. In case this is y'all first time here, allow me. I don't even see no banners up here, man. I'm doing something. I'm doing vertical and horizontal. Maybe I got it not here. Let me put that over here. It might just say Rod. I don't know what it's gonna say. Who knows? That was wrong. I ain't even got our names up there, y'all.
There you go. Folk gotta know who we are.
Yeah, man. So I'm your boy Rod. This is my girl T, also known as Tanya, Event Yours. And we are two content creators, man. We just come on here and talk about, good topics and keep it real, keep it respectful, have fun. But we give our honest opinion, man. And it might not be your opinion. Lord, have mercy. Boy, these number just jumped up to 30 people. I don't know which 30 it is, but I want to welcome y'all to Live and Direct with T and Rod. Man, this is a beautiful thing. Anyway, Tanya, talk to me, man. What's up with these kids? Who watching these kids, girl?
Let me tell you something. I had a pet peeve, and I know this topic was like last minute because I just had to vent. I was so mad. So there's a couple of things been going on. So one, my frustration is when people don't watch their kids in public, they let them just like unsupervised, just let them just go, and just do whatever. And it's almost like they just assume somebody else is gonna watch them. That's number one. The second thing is when you bring a child out, we all know that kids need to learn, right? So the only way you learn and practice is to be in the atmosphere. But then that just means, parent, that you need to be supervising, meaning guide them where they're not interrupting other people. Okay. So, and then the third thing is when folk just assume that family supposed to watch your kids because you family, because you grandma, because you auntie, because you uncle, because you brother, because you sister, because you. Those are my three pet peeves when it comes to the kids. Yes, I am the oldest, so I already got a grind to. I already got some problems with that. I am biased when it comes to it because everything was put on me. But at the end of the day, it's just honest truth. Okay, folk just don't be watching their damn kids. They just don't, and then people got expectations. They had these babies, and then they want other folk to watch them. Then they birth some bad seeds, and they think everybody should want to watch them. And it's like, no, people don't train their kids how to be respectful of other folks' stuff just because you let them jump up on your couch don't mean that it's okay for them to come to somebody else's couch. But let me go on and slow down my roll right here. I'm just feeling some kind of way today.
You got to get it out because you might be like me. You know, I got that AARP syndrome going on. You might forget. So you got to get it out, man. This what we come. This is kind of like therapy after dark over here. But we ain't no therapists. We ain't licensed. So don't be taking our advice because I'm subject to tell you anything, especially about your kids. My kids grown and I do have grandkids.
Why love said Rod's mama didn't watch nobody.
No, she did, man. And that's the thing. First of all, what happened to the speeches? What happened to before you go in the store?
Oh, the briefings.
What happened to before you go to school brief? What happened to the Friday before you go to school brief? Because the Friday before you go to school brief was different than Monday and Thursday. Friday, you had the extra part. Hey, boy, don't be inviting nobody to spend the weekend and night. Cause all we got is enough food for you, your brother, and me and your dad, and that's it. We ain't got no more food. We have a whole deep freeze up in there for the food. But is she right? My mama, we knew the rule, but now one of the things I think somewhere there's a rule or a law where you can't tell a kid no.
They can tell a kid no. The problem is, I put it you this way. It's the same reason why people just let their kids do whatever, because it's just easier to do that. It's less effort. They don't have to put forward any effort. But, let's just talk about one subject at a time. Let me talk about the one that got me heated over the top. Right. So on a cruise, and it was a family. Okay, it was a family. It's a family, and if I remember the counting, the kids look like they range. Now, this is the kids. So I only saw 3 adults. When I say adults, I'm talking about grown adults, like grown adults that probably got, middle kids, teenage kids. I see a mom. I'm assuming this is the assumption. I see a mama, I see a daddy, and I see maybe a sister, like an auntie, and then I see like the oldest daughter. Okay, maybe 20s, right? 20-something years old. This is my assumption. I didn't talk to the people. And they all sitting together, and inside the pool are kids ranging from maybe 5 years old, 4 or 5 years old, to maybe 14. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's about maybe 4 or 5 of them. 4 or 5 of them, they got their life jackets on. They jumping in and out. They playing with each other. Rambunctious, of course, right? Mm-hmm. Because I'm in the family pool area, you're going to expect that kid's going to be there, right? Like if you just want the non-kids section, then go to the solarium or go to the adult section. So I'm not tripping over that. What I'm tripping about is the fact that the baby boy, he want to fight. Not fight, but he want to play roughhouse in the pool. So the lifeguard is standing there, and the lifeguard is telling him, stop playing to the edge of stop playing, stop pushing people. So he pushing his siblings, and they think it's funny. So here come other kids coming. He pushing the other kids. So some of the kids, I guess, also felt it was funny. They all start playing until the little boy decide he want to push somebody off the edge of the pool into the pool. Then the lifeguard is like, hey, I'm going to need you to stop doing that. All right. Mm-hmm. So the little boy, he start crying or whatever. Mind you, I don't know whether it's mama, auntie, grandma, whoever the hell she was, that was part of her circle. She watching them. Didn't get up off her tail. Didn't do nothing. She busy on the phone. Then didn't get up off she see what the boy is doing. Didn't do anything. So I'm sitting there going, now, I wonder is she going to get up and come get this boy? Or at least talk to him or do something? Oh, no. She let him stand there, fuss or whatever, talk smack to the lifeguard. And then he up there still trying to push people. So because the lifeguard said, look, do you not want to get in this pool anymore? Mind you, she is still up there watching, looking.
What?
I'm thinking, when you gonna get your tail up? And they belong to them. It is confirmed, yes. At the end, you realize they all together and they left. So they all together. The little boy get mad. He goes around to go get into the jacuzzi where the adults are.
How old is this little boy?
About 4 or 5 years old. So he goes around away from his siblings to go in the jacuzzi. Now the jacuzzi is right behind where we sitting in the pool. It's right behind us. He climbs up in there and dives in the, and so it's water splashing everybody, and everybody like ain't no big thing, right? Because there were other kids in there, but the other kids were sitting, okay, in the pool, sitting in the jacuzzi, not bothering nobody. He comes in there, he's splashing water on people. This little girl comes back from the bathroom, because I saw her come out the jacuzzi, go to the bathroom, came back. She trying to climb safely into the jacuzzi. He go push her, smacked her, and then pushed her in the water. And so the parents, who's on the other side, gets up looking like, what the hell? Parent go over to the jacuzzi. Now all of a sudden, she gonna go send her daughter over there. I'm assuming it's her daughter because they looked alike. One's an older version, one's a younger version. Send the daughter to go over there to go get, I'm assuming, which is her brother, to go over to the jacuzzi. So she goes over there and she just standing there. She don't go get him. She just standing there because now they see that the girl's parents is on their way over to the jacuzzi. So I guess they probably figuring, I wish somebody would say something. This is now, mind you, you didn't hear nothing. So the lady looked around looking like, who little boy is this? People start getting out the jacuzzi. The lady came over there and she was like, where's your mom? Or whatever. The girl still ain't said nothing. Still didn't say nothing. And I'm thinking, oh, see, she waiting for the lady to get irate. Then she want to start screaming, oh, don't be talking to my brother or whatever. Didn't say a word. She went in, and so the sister went and got in the jacuzzi with her brother. Still didn't acknowledge, oh, I'm sorry, for him pushing her or what. They saw all of that and did nothing. And so everybody got out the jacuzzi. The lady got away, and I heard the lady when she was walking away, she said, see, this is right here. This is the reason why fights start. And so she took her daughter, her and her husband went, and they went to another part of the pool. But my thing is, you would think y'all all seeing this and y'all did nothing. And so it's stuff like that me personally wanted to walk over there and be like, the hell wrong with you? Go get your damn kids or grandbabies or whoever, okay? Or somebody that's in your group is responsible for these damn kids.
Well, I did a little studying this weekend, and I must say I'm flabbergasted. But this, first of all, if I was a damn lawyer, I'd be lost, because I got a couple of questions on this case as the prosecuting attorney.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, this is a 5-year-old kid. Wasn't no kid bold enough to stop this little kid from? If he didn't look, he the smallest. How's he pushing bigger kids into the
No. The other little girl was about 5 or 6 trying to safely climb into the jacuzzi.
Okay.
And he slapped her on the butt and pushed her. And she fell in the water. I'm like, and she just over there literally watching. And you know what? And I hope my glasses caught her, because I video recorded all this mess. And I hope my battery didn't run out, because, sometimes the Ray-Bans, it'll tell you when the battery low or whatever. But I hope my camera got it, because they're going to be all over the shorts, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. And I'm basically going to say, bad ass kids look at their mama sitting over there, and I'm be like, I hope this reach y'all wherever y'all at. Yeah, y'all gonna be over. It's gonna go. I hope it go viral just so she could see.
See, when I hear stuff like this, I remember the days. Even if the parent was around, there was a child that was kind of in charge.
Yeah, usually the oldest, like me.
Yeah, and I know that's a touchy subject. I'm sorry, I don't mean to bring up no woman.
It's okay. I ain't lay down and had them kids, but obviously I had to take care of them like they would.
And see, I think that still go on, but I think the taking care of part is the lost a little bit of its juice. And what I mean, like, I know one of my aunts took care of her siblings, and I'm sure it happened on both sides of my family. It was just my brother and I, but I remember getting tore up from the floor up by my parents because a dog was chasing my brother and I on a bike. And my parents always told us to stop. That didn't make no sense to me. Why am I going to stop and this big dog going to eat me up? I kept riding. I left for my little brother. And
no, you did not leave a little boy.
Yep. Yeah. I told him you better come on. I left.
Okay, now that you was wrong.
Well, I got juiced up. I got tore up, boy. When they found him and everybody was safe, let the whoopings commence.
You ain't supposed to. How older were you from your little brother?
3 years apart. He was 7. He knew how to get home.
Okay, me and my sister 3 years apart too.
Yeah, he knew how to get home, man. I mean, but see, that's what I think these kids today are, and that sometimes are the parents getting confused by these little kids because sometimes they conveniently know stuff and they conveniently don't. Now you could take a 8-year-old and go over there, they could rewire your whole house and make it wireless. Have everything in your house working from the snap of your finger, but you ask them to go over there and take the trash out, they act like they lost.
Well, I mean, they got selective memory and things like that, but a lot of that just basically goes with the home training, and that's just basically what it is. Now, I understand looking out for each other, but my thing is, when you have kids, there has to be somebody responsible. And at the end of the day, the parent must be responsible. You got to be responsible. My thing is this: you came on a family cruise, obviously, because you got the whole clan with you. Now, whether they're your kids, your nephews, nieces, that ain't my problem. The thing is, if you are taking the kids somewhere, you are the parent. You are the parent. Meaning, if anybody needs to be inconvenienced, it's you, because you agreed to take them with you, right? If you're bringing the family on a cruise and they're your children, it is you who need to make accommodations. They had camps on that ship. God dog it, they had wonderful camps on that doggone ship.
Well,
why they wasn't in there? Let the camp people deal with them and take them and watch them and do whatever if you don't feel like doing it.
I'm gonna say what people scared to say. It's a lot of people out there that won't say nothing to their kids, but they don't want nobody else saying nothing to them either.
Ooh, say it again. Say it again.
The camp wasn't no option. Cause
let me say,
they can go over here and blow the whole jacuzzi up for all I care, but ain't nobody else gonna say that to them.
Do you see what I'm saying? And that is exactly what the whole demeanor was. It was like she was sitting there on the phone, like watching the whole thing, watching.
She probably thought it was cute.
And then when she saw the lady and the husband walk over there to go get their child, now she gonna send her daughter over there. She gonna go tell her daughter, go on over there. What? Get your tail up off the phone and you go over there.
But see, somewhere many moons ago, it didn't just happen. You know better than a lot of people. The oldest child became the sub parent.
Yeah.
And sometimes the parents, so that sending that daughter over there, that's something that was already established at the house,
Let me
at the
tell you
park.
something. Ooh, let me tell you, and it's just a sore subject for me. Let me tell you something. I understand teaching your children how to look out for each other. I got that part.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I understand teaching or needing your older children to help with the siblings when you're a single parent and you got to go make ends meet and you can't be home and you need somebody to help, be a second hand because that's all you got. I got that. But outside of those two reasons, parent is just fucking lazy. I'm sorry. And that's just basically, they have them. They cute when they a baby. And as soon as they get to an age where now they got to run after them, they got to go, they can't go out no more as much as they want to. Oh, they want to go do stuff, but they can't because you had them. So have them until they old enough. The child didn't have no special needs. Why love that's and let me just put a disclaimer out there for everybody. I am not speaking of children who have mental or developmental type issues. I just want to put that disclaimer out there. This has nothing to do with them. I'm not relating to them. I'm talking about those that are fine. This boy was bad. Baby kids.
Well, it sounds like some parenting was missing somewhere if the mom sat there and stayed on the phone and kiki ha ha. I'm gonna ruffle some feathers, but not in the comments. I might get a little support here, but I was thinking about something, as I was preparing for this topic. There are a lot of, back in the day, I'm going back. I grew up in the South. I grew up in the country where a lot of mothers were stay-at-home mothers, legitimate stay-at-home mothers. Mm-hmm. They took care of the home. They took care of the kids. I didn't understand at the time, but that's a damn full-time job.
Yes,
that's
it is.
Spade a spade. You may not clock in, but that's a job. But now, with the way the world is shifted and evolved, a lot more people have to work. That stay-at-home stuff ain't no option. Mm-hmm. For a lot of people that it used to be. I wonder, how many mothers legitimately go to work, come home, dog ass tired, and for a few minutes that kid may be on autopilot. That kid may, what we used to call fend for themselves for a few minutes till their mom have a chance, if it's a single mom especially, have a chance to get themselves together. The only thing I could recommend, and I'm not a mother by any means of the measure, if that's going to be the case, that developmental stage have to start early. Hey, when mom come home, mom may need a minute now. What mom needs you to do, just give mom a minute. But don't let that minute turn into 20 minutes and 2 hours of their hand on a phone or an iPad, because that ain't going to resolve the issue. Because that child is going to believe what they've been told.
Right.
They see otherwise. And, I just wonder that. That's just, I'm not no psychiatrist, psychologist, and none of that, but
well, I can tell you, having our daughter, yes, I was married, but he was military. So you might as well say I was like a single parent. Now, yes, I was working, but I had a career. I wasn't working because, oh my God, we was, struggling and I got to go work. No, I was working because that's what I was going to be doing. Mm-hmm. But I had made it up in my mind that once I had a child, I knew that there was going to be some years, quite a few years, where it's not my life no more. It's all about her. So that's basically what I did. There was no clubs. There wasn't going out. Matter of fact, I didn't really do clubs that much before she was born. I would go every now and again, but I wasn't one of them. Even in college years and stuff, I wasn't at the club every week. Every weekend and out with the girls or whatever. As a matter of fact, I don't have a bunch of female friends. I have some friends, but my circle is very small because I don't like too many people. I really don't.
Tonya, I think some of these people had rod-itis. I think they were living for the moment. They wouldn't, I had my child between a senior in high school and my first year of college, some, around that time frame. I wasn't ready to be a daddy, a father, none of the above. I didn't even have a job. Right. But I had a child on the way, and that's why I said roditis, because then I tried to involve my mom in this little hiatus I got going on. Hey, mama, can you watch the baby while I go to work? Because I worked at the club, which was the coolest job ever. Because I finally
Lord have mercy.
I ain't watching no baby. Take the baby with you.
There you go.
My two kids, and man, I was crushed. And she was serious as all get out.
That's what I'm talking about. I ain't even mad with what's her name? I'm gonna just say Mama Rod. Rod, there you go.
Yeah, and I had to learn real quick that, hey, this is my responsibility.
That's right.
And a lot of times I think people get caught up, the expectations that when you're living that moment, you're caught up in that moment, the expectation is nothing beyond those moments. Mm-hmm. It's not an expectation of X amount of years or a lifetime or whatever. It's just the expectation for those moments. And I think, including myself, we get caught up in that, and then before we know it, bam, And then the question is, who's really watching these kids? Hey, how you doing? Make it welcome in. But who's really watching these kids? I mean,
AJ3.
It's the parents' responsibility. And then, now, one thing I will say, playing devil's advocate, they used to say, take a village to raise a child.
Yeah, but people don't want folk to say nothing to their child.
Yeah.
That's the problem. See, it was a village when, y'all put it to this way. Perfect example. I'll give that same example. Mm-hmm. That little boy was running around acting like a fool. Now, the lifeguard already said something to him. And the lifeguard was looking at the mama like, is you going to come get your child? Uh-huh. She ain't get up, gonna do nothing. She just sat there.
Even after the lifeguard said something?
Yeah, the lifeguard said something to the little boy, said, stop doing that. And had told him, I'm not gonna let you get back in that pool. And that's why he ran his tail over to the jacuzzi. Okay, that's what that was. Now, a village would have done this. The little boy would have came over there to the jacuzzi acting like a fool, and somebody in the damn jacuzzi would have snatched his tail up and took him to his mom and been like, who damn child is this? Because that don't show how I felt like I wanted to do. But I didn't feel like fighting that day because it don't show it was going to be a fight.
Exactly. And that, I got another point. I want to read Why Love's comment. Well, before I read Why Love's, you're right. It would have been a fight, because the moment you said something to that parent's child, that parent would have felt disrespected. Mm-hmm. But sometimes do the parents think maybe they disrespecting the public community when their child is running amok? They
don't care, but some don't care. They don't care, which brings me to my point number 2 out of 3. We already talked about number 1. They run around doing whatever, and parents see it and don't say nothing. Same thing with, I say, getting on a plane. Mm-hmm. You already know it's closed quarters. You already know how your child is. And this is another thing. If you know how your child is, if you know that your child is irate, just don't want to sit down, no matter what you give them or whatever, you need to prepare your child when they have to be in certain circumstances. So for instance, if you know your child is, if they gonna be up and whatever, then don't give them no sugar, don't give them nothing so they can calm their tail down. Or let them run amok before you get on the plane. So then that way, when you get on the plane, they can take their little bad tail to sleep. There's nothing worse than a child sitting behind you and they want to slam their feet on the back of your on the back of your chair, and the parent says nothing. And
they see them or hear it, unless they just dead tired, knocked out.
Exactly.
Now I'm looking at this, and this is gonna segue into my next little topic here. And I'm looking at this time. We still good on time. I had a student act up. I called her mama and she said, "What do you want me to do?" I was like, WTF.
What?
Yeah. So this student was, and YT, Why Loves to Motivate is actually, I'm thinking of the WTF. Why Loves to Motivate is actually an educator. So she had a student acted up in class. She called a parent. And the parent said her response, his response was like, "What you want me to do?" And then she go on to say, "I see we got your favorite couple. Keep it up. The Griffins just came in the house. I'm gonna get out of y'all."
YFC, hey Griffins.
And then it said, "Child will have on fresh shoes, a phone, and nice clothes, and you don't know what to say. But I'm gonna tell you why, love. You know why the parent ain't got nothing to say? Because everything you just listed, the shoes and the phone and the clothes, supposed to do the talking and step in and be that mediator. And as I buy these kids these things, I'm gonna tell this kid how to act, and then me buying those things are gonna step in and be the other half for the parent that I'm not being. I ain't talking about no 2-parent household. I was raised in one of the most dysfunctional 2-parent households on the planet. So I'm gonna just debunk that, just bunk that. That's a whole thing. That's a whole nother topic. I was raised in a 2-parent household. I saw my pops 2 times a day. Luckily before school, and luckily if I was up late. My mama did all the work, straight up. So y'all heard it here. But
that's why when you had yours, she said, "No,
figure
it out. I done did my part. Now you go on ahead and go do what you need to do."
Yeah, which was join the Navy because I ain't had no more options. My options my favorite word, but I ain't had none back then. Boy, I'm surprised. Thank God my daughter had a mom. She probably would have told me to put my baby in the sea bag and take her to the Navy with me.
She probably would have.
Yeah, but back then they were so tough about that. But one of the things to get into this here about going back up here to this first part of this, a student acting up. Is it a possibility that some of these parents, whether they're single parents, a 2-parent household, a father or mother, that they're afraid to discipline these kids because of the kids' reaction, and then the public, not people, but the authorities getting involved, CPS getting involved, police? I think that there's a fear factor out there.
No, I let me tell you something. Kids learn early.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you let time go by and you're not instilling certain standards or expectations with your child, and they do not have a mental or developmental disorder, and because I know people joined in after the fact, disclaimer, nothing of what we're talking about has anything to do with any mental health children, children with developmental problems, or none of that. So these are not the kids we talking about. We talking about regular kids. And I'm sorry, ADHD is a regular kid. Some adults need have their ass whooped with their ADHD. So I'm just gonna put that out there. But I think that if you instill those expectations in a child, they will grow up understanding what's right and what's wrong. The key is you have to nip it in the bud as soon as it happens. You can't let it keep going, because what's going to happen is a child is going to know a pattern and go, I got about 3 more times for this person to tell me stop. And in them 3, I'm going to keep doing it for these 3 more times until I know it's the last straw, and then I'm going to stop. And they do. You get parents that just throw threats all the time. Sit down before I come over there. Child still jumping. I said, sit down. Why you just told them you was going to go over there? Go over there. Because once the child know what you say is what you mean, then you don't have to say too much. Sometimes you just get it, you get that look. Remember that look your mama give you, like,
that what I would just sit here thinking about, that disclaimer and all that before you go to school. That only lasted so long. It was that look, man. And I tell you, man, there was a time in my life I'd rather just go and get that 2 to 5 minute whooping, because that 55-minute conversation we about to have, and you couldn't tell her to be quiet. You couldn't tell her you didn't want to hear. You couldn't tell her mama already heard that. You just had to take it.
Yeah.
And now all these false promises, like if my mama said, sit down, I'm about to come over there and beat your ass, she wasn't kidding. There wasn't no joke. There wasn't no second warnings.
Right. And let me tell you, if you do what you say when they're younger, all you need is a look. All you need is a look. Because once you got to a certain age and you acting like a fool and you look around and you see your mama looking at you like this, and she just follow you while you walking, you already know what to do. They don't have to say nothing, because the next time, and after a while, you ain't gotta say nothing. You know it's gonna, the whooping is coming. The whooping is coming. And yes, I believe in tail whoopings. Y'all can come for me in the comments all you want. You don't have to. Not all kids need a tail whooping, but there's some kids that don't understand. Some kids are gonna try you just to see how far can I push. How far can I put? Because just like anybody, you get some kids who like to do risky stuff, and you get some kids, you just tell them, "Ooh, don't touch that, it's hot." And they be like, "Oh, it's hot. Okay, thank you." And they won't touch it. You get some kids and you say it's hot, and they be like,
"You might well."
Oh, it is hot. I just told you it was hot. Oh, you ain't believe. But you got adults the same way. You get adults, you tell them information. You've been on this earth just as long as they have. They don't believe nothing. They gotta go check for themselves. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I'm gonna go check for myself. Oh, okay, it is. Oh, you believe me now? Same thing. It don't matter.
Another thing, Tanya, I think a lot of this can be solved. Like, I retired from the military. I done been through a lot of stuff in life, but the most traumatic thing I could ever remember in my life is the sound of the wind when that switch about to hit your ass. It was just slow motion. And when it connect,
yep,
you ain't got to say that to me ever again. Because you do that now. I just want to turn on 48 hours or whatever this crime channel gonna be on if you hit a kid with a switch these days. It's gonna be on crime TV, because you gonna have all kind of activists out there talking about what the hell going on. I can't believe she hit it. He'd have hit the little boy with a tree branch. They gonna blow it out. He had a whole damn pecan tree out there whooping the boy.
Man, look, them switches were the thing, because that's what you got when you was outside, because maybe they ain't had no belt.
See, I was so traumatized, I couldn't even get the word out. So I couldn't even get it out no more. The belt, man, it was dramatization with the belt, man. You know, they used to fold it in half and push it together and pop it back out. Wow, boy, that thing sounded like it had, that's the only time I felt like our house had bowls up in it. Boy, that thing used to pop. Boy, my mama could barely tell me. It hurt before it didn't touch. Oh, you better not cry for it, boy. Before you got hit. You just
don't look. First off, you know, my grandmama used to make us go out and get our own switch. They said, go get a switch. Be like, and don't come back with no little one.
No, you better not come back with
no little switch.
Boy, what I supposed to do with that twig? Now you had your chance. They come back in. They came back with a tree branch for real.
The whole tree. And guess what? And when you got whooped, they talk to you and remind you what you did. And don't say nothing. I forgot, what was it? A comedian. I laugh every time. Richard Pryor. He did it so well, and I laugh so hard, because when you can relate to what the people are saying, it brings back memories, and it just make you laugh even harder. He was like, when you get a whooping, don't say nothing. Don't say anything like, I won't do it no more. Because all that's going to do is add extra whooping. Didn't I tell you not to do it? I won't do it no more. Oh, I know you ain't going to do it no more, because you shouldn't have done it the first time. They whoop you with every word. Every damn word.
I know somebody got to have a song out there with the whooping song, because I told it, you right. Every day, then next thing you know, they're rapping, don't even know it.
Oh my God.
But the one I used to hate, because it do now. At the time, it made absolutely positively no sense to me. Rod, you know, this hurt me more than it hurt you. I doubt it.
I doubt it.
You didn't feel that switch you just hit me with. What you talking about, this hurting you?
And the thing was, it's supposed to deter you from doing it. all it does is is help you find creative ways of not getting caught.
And that's what's wrong with these kids. Hey, tell you, my grandma whooped me one time in my life, and she used my grandfather's belt. My grandfather's waist was probably 30. That belt seemed like it was long as that house. When she hit me with that belt, but it was my feelings that she was hurting. It wasn't the belt. It was my feelings. It crushed. That's the only. And she whooped me because I stole some thread because I like the color. Don't tell nobody, y'all. I stole some thread, like sewing thread, because it was like a tangerine color, and I just had to have it.
Okay, wait.
Because that would have been a whole nother whooping.
Wait. You stole some orange thread.
Yep. A spool.
Because you like the
color. Yeah. I couldn't ask for it.
Okay, wait. This was in the house?
No, this was at the store, man. See, I grew up in the South. They had them stores that had
Okay. You like the color. What were you gonna do with thread, Rod?
Just look at it. I ain't had no sewing machine.
You ain't even have a way to take it, flip it, make some money just in case.
Tanya, I was about 5. I didn't know nothing about flipping nothing.
But you still in thread?
Yeah, and the sad part is, if they didn't have 911 back then, because if I'd have told my daddy, I'd have got a whole nother whooping for a whole nother reason.
like you didn't steal stuff like candy, toys. You still thread.
That was later on in my childhood career.
Why loves you right? Talking about Rod different. That's that Arkansas. That's that Arkansas way right there. That's what that is. Why loves.
Hey, Travis had a belt with the double hole.
Ooh,
yeah, boy, it was
yes. But it had all that oxygen coming through. Because it had the hole, so when it whipped, all the sound came through it.
Now I tell you what was against the law, but they just never made it a law. Pull your pants down. Y'all already about to whoop me, man. Why I gotta take your pants down? I mean, this bad.
Well, see, it used to be to the point where sometimes kids was trying to be smart and put like little pillow in their pants. It unless you cover your. Let me tell you something. I have never known a belt to just hit your butt. It was your butt, your thighs, your knees, your calves, your shin, your arm, your knuckles. And if you messed up, it'll get you on the back of your head or the side of your neck. Come on now.
And you better not be no fool. You better not be no fool and tell them what it'll hit you. Mama, you hit me in the back of my neck. You just better not say nothing. You better.
That belt
in your ear. You just better take it.
Let me tell you something. Get in the spanking with somebody's hand on the bottom. At least you know they got some aim, right? But with a belt, there's no child trying to stand still while you whoop their tail. They running, they going around, and let me tell you something. Don't break away and run. You gonna get it. They be like, don't run from me.
Once they catch their breath, they had to catch their breath.
Look, I put it this way, just like when I see criminals run from the cops, I'm like, y'all, you better hope that cop don't catch you. First off, they're gonna get you just because of what you did wrong, and they're gonna whoop you worse because you made them run to do it. Now you made them tired because them daggone donuts done got on the weight on them, and no, they can't jump no damn fence. Now they mad because you done made them run. They out of breath, and now they look bad to their partner. So now you gonna get these handcuffs, and you might get a whooping in the back of the cop car.
Tonya, what used to trip me out though, that this had to be the second thing right behind it. This hurt me more than hurt you, and you better not cry. Man, you just damn near killed me. Talking about I better not cry.
Thank you. You better not cry.
Be
quiet, or I give you. Let's say, stop crying, or I give you something to cry about.
You better shut up, or I give you something to cry about.
You already gave me something to cry about.
Yeah, you remember that cry when you couldn't breathe? I was like 4 breaths. You just couldn't even breathe no more, man. You couldn't even breathe. Look at you was about 7.
No,
you older, you would have died.
Yes. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And my mama don't
Oh,
be. Then my mama had a nerve to say something like I ain't understand. Don't be over there having palpitations like I done killed you. What the hell is a palpitation? I don't know what that is.
but you know what though? I can't front. That be the good sleep afterwards though. You be and that sleep feels so good.
Hey, you
And
better cry.
then you wake up and they be like, what you want for dinner?
Oh no, my
Like
mama
ain't
came
nothing
in.
ever happened.
My mama came in there with the third speech, man. Well, you know, I really didn't want to whoop you. You know that I can't even sleep right now because I just feel so bad, man. I don't want to hear all
You
this.
like stop lying.
And you couldn't say nothing. But boy, when I got grown, I told her everything I was feeling. I like, man, mama, I had that didn't make no sense, man. You know, didn't nobody want to hear all that. You got to come over there. And the crazy part is a lot of stuff she used to do, I find myself doing. I wasn't in the whooping department though. Just like my pops. I don't understand. My mama was about 120
You
pounds.
had girls though.
Wet.
You had
Yeah.
girls, right?
I whooped my daughter one time in Marshalls. I ain't even whoop. I spanked her on the butt. She had the shopping cart, Tanya.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her, stop hitting stuff. She ran over the mannequin, ran up in the clothes, knocked the sunshade. She hit everything apart. I'm like, hey, man.
How old was she?
About 5.
Come on now. You know the daggone cart bigger than she is.
We had one of them little plastic carts. It wasn't that damn big. I wouldn't have gave it to her.
She should have been seated in the daggone what's the name, and you should have been pushing it around.
No, she should have been doing what she did. She knew what she was doing then because she was laughing the whole time. I said, all right. I spanked in the butt. Man, she fell up in the clothes. All I saw was a leg sticking out. She hollered. I'm like, Lord, have mercy. I'm about to go to jail in Marshalls. I'm spanking my own kid. I ain't hit her but once. I'm over here talking out loud. So if anybody recording this, I'm over here telling everybody what's that happened, right?
But see, okay, do you have any boys, Rod?
No, man.
Let me tell you something. All the daddies, and first off, I just want to say this. What's up, House of X, Travel Cake Trips, Dark Thing, Cruise Bolero, Bernice, Mickey. I got to say hi to folks. Hey, Trap.
Yeah, speak that. Yeah, man. I'm sorry,
what's up,
y'all. Hey, y'all. I'm having post-traumatic whooping syndrome over here, man. I'm sorry, y'all.
Bronze Flat Power Guard.
Hey, y'all, we are doing something new on the Point Blank Experience while Tanya's speaking to the world and running for president. We are broadcasting vertically and on landscape. So we got some people on vertical, some on landscape. So thank y'all for tuning in. Sorry about that, Tanya. I just had to get that.
Wait a minute. Did you say running for president? No, you did. You know,
yeah,
you didn't say I'm saying out of focus.
You shaking hands, hugging babies and shaking hands over there.
I gotta acknowledge folk that came in and you taking forever clicking on the comments.
Well, hell, there's a million comments, man. I'm over here. I had a whole bunch of people come from somewhere I ain't never even seen before. Tell me, hey, how you doing? And all
What's up, Big Murph? I think they came over from Meeting Eyes channel too.
No, it was before. No, I mean, and I was still live.
Okay.
It was because I'm vertical. You know how you get them people from places you never heard of.
Okay, yeah.
It was, across the back was a death center. I'm telling you, that across the back was that.
You ain't lying.
That's the one where you couldn't talk for about, you couldn't talk for like,
like
6 seconds. You be saying something, but when nothing coming out, you be like saying something like, Mama, don't hit me no more, but be like,
yes.
Then the words come on.
That cry, they put your cry on pause. That cry on pause.
Me and my brother had to learn how to cry in sign language called, boy, my mom, you better not say nothing. Y'all two young men, y'all don't let that whooping slow you down. Don't let it slow you down. You just beat the brakes off my ass. Don't let it slow you down. None of what you said is making sense right now. I ain't understanding none of what you said because
I don't think that all the fathers, uncles, brothers, whoever, granddaddies in the chat. Raise your hand if you ever had to whoop your daughter or your niece. I don't see no hand.
Well, you ain't gonna see no hands.
And there's a bunch, because all y'all just wusses. These daggone daughters got the you know what? Wait a minute.
I
Chris,
just told the whole world
hold
I
on.
wore mine.
Is
Well,
the Griffin still in here? Christy, you in here? Christy, if you're still in here, or if you go back and watch the replay, just go ahead and answer the question for me. Do Joe whoop baby girl? Just let me know. Do Joe whoop baby girl or not? That's all I need to know.
Probably not. Well, no,
probably not.
Because
let me tell you something. What they always say, they say a little boy's first love is his mama, and a little girl's first love is her daddy.
You're right. Even when you're watching a football game, they don't never say, "Hey, daddy." It's always, "Hi, mom." It ain't never, "What up, dad? What up, pops?" None of this.
What are you talking about with the boys?
With the football teams, like they'll interview, so they're interviewing whoever. They interview, "Hey, mom," or "Hey, Aunt Sally." They don't never say, "Hey, pops, what's happening?"
Well, let me tell you something.
But you done beat my. Yeah, okay. Well, pops didn't do
but hold on. But you don't know if dad is in the picture, and if dad is in the picture, what was dad doing?
Hell, I think dad was at the game one time.
Okay, but maybe dad wasn't really the one all in it. Maybe dad didn't always come to the game. Maybe it was always mama showing up to the game. You'd be surprised how little things like that is what matters to a child.
Now that I think about it, I think low key my dad was sitting back laughing his ass off of me and my little brother, because he ain't never say nothing. He just let my mama handle, just wreck shop. He ain't never say nothing. Then I started getting him in trouble as I got older. So my mom was like, "So why'd you, Rod, that was done. Why'd you do that, man?" I was just listening to what daddy told me. Daddy told me go get some common sense. So I went and got me some common sense. Now she fussing at him and I'm out the door.
Oh.
So, but hey, man, thank y'all for being here. I got to watch this time because.
I got play that video, Rod.
Oh, yeah. I ain't even tried.
So this video, real quick, this video is about when folks assume that just because folk is family, that they supposed to watch your kids. These are for all the grandmas who kids try to make them feel guilty about watching their kids. This is for those parents who had these kids and just say, you're supposed to watch them for free. Because you family, you either grandma, auntie, uncle, dad, granddaddy, sister, brother, whoever, them your kids, watch your own damn kids. Don't nobody owe nothing. Oh, it's family. You supposed to love them. Don't try to bring no guilt trip over here. You can love somebody, but that don't mean I got to watch them for free. And guess what? It's even worse when you got bad kids. Even your family don't want you. And let me tell you something. I'm that friend. You can ask all my friends. I am the last person that my friends will automatically assume, oh, yeah, Tanya would love to watch them. You a lie. I don't like kids like that, especially bad kids. I like good behaved kids. Kids that they can come over and they can play. And I always make it where they have space to play, meaning do your kid stuff. But just remember, when you come out that room, you need to turn off the kid. And why are you out here? You want something out the refrigerator? Fine. Stay in the kitchen, because you ain't about to take your juice and your food and get your little greasy paw prints on the furniture. In the good living room, you need to go back where the kids at. That type stuff. I'm that type of a friend or auntie. And yes, your kids are going to be well fed, well taken care of. If their hair looking crazy, is the hair going to be done when they're going back? Because your child with the hair all over their head and you ain't done nothing to it, they ain't going nowhere with me looking like that. So I'm that person. But you get some that just assume that you're supposed to do it. Nope. Them your kids.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Don't send your kid to me, because they're gonna go back home. They're gonna be a different child. I'm just warning you. I ain't watching them anyway. I'm gonna let them do whatever they want to do.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's why they always like going like with the uncles and the dads. They be like, are they alive? Are they fed?
No, I ain't talking about I ain't gonna watch them at all. I'm talking about they ain't gonna have to watch because I'm gonna lay down the law, man. I'm like, I ain't gonna say it, but I'm like Bernie Mac.
You gonna beat him to the white meat?
I'll mess the kid up. Just saying. I mean, I'm not gonna hit him. I'm not gonna whoop him. You don't have to. And that's coming from a person that's not a parent. So it's easy for me to say that, really. I'm not going to sit here and say what I would do. I think each child is different, and each child is going to deserve a different approach. What Rod may do to one child, Rod won't be able to do to the next.
Correct. Exactly.
You know, so I made light of that, and I said, well, send them over to me. I'm going to do. I don't know what I would do. I would probably do like some other parents and fail because it takes more than a day.
Yep.
It takes more than a week. It may take more than a month or a year. It depends on how long it's been going on prior to doing something about the issue. That's part of it. And a lot of the times, I'm going to flip it around. I know I've cracked jokes, I've laughed, but I'm going to flip it around. A lot of the times, our children are crying out for help, and they're doing it non-verbally.
Mm-hmm.
They're not saying it. They don't know how to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe they're coming home and going straight to their room where they used to go and look in the refrigerator knowing ain't nothing there because wasn't nothing there before they went to school and ain't nothing there now.
Right, right.
They're going to look just in case, but now they're not doing that. They're going straight to the room. Maybe some bully called them ugly at school and it's affecting their mental.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't tell us that.
Right.
But that's as the parent where we have to be observant. And it doesn't stop at the parent. I've checked kids, I don't even know their name. You know, they used to, when I was a little boy, it used to be Mr. Rod. Now it's, what up, school? OG, man.
What up, OG?
Yeah, you know, and I'm like, no, it's Mr. School or Mr. OG. And one dude was, oh, my bad, Mr. OG. I was like, man, I'm just kidding. Don't call me that. But I let him know I ain't playing. And I saw him a couple of days ago. He was like, hey, Mr. OG. And we made a joke about it. But I didn't hit him. I didn't touch him. I didn't curse him out. I didn't get on his level. I just checked him and let him know I was serious because I grew up in a different era where we didn't run around calling people no school and hip smack. Or I knew men had nickname T-Bone and all Mr. Charlie, but his name wasn't really Mr. Charlie. I had to call him by his real name. Mr. Charlie was his street name.
Right, right.
So y'all, you know, we got to all do our part. You know, we can talk about the parents, but when I was a kid, there was a whole lot of parents that didn't have kids. You heard me?
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of parents that didn't have kids. And I got my ass whooped by some of those parents that didn't have kids. And it turned into two whoopings because then my mama whooped me a second time because the first time he whooped me.
Yeah. And you know why you got that whooping twice? You got the whooping because one, now you done embarrassed her in front of them other folks because they had the whooping.
Yep.
And you knew you had to be doing something bad for somebody else to whoop you.
Well, see, now these parents, I think some of these parents be lying now when these kids. I saw Billy Joe over there stealing a whole Subway sandwich. Billy Joe didn't go back there and make a sandwich. How you steal a Subway sandwich?
Because they don't like Billy. I bet you Billy did something before. So now this is just their way of making sure Billy got a behind.
This ain't like no spades game. You can't be holding Trump cards and stuff. Tell on him later when I feel like it. No. Y'all, man.
Joe,
this key tonight don't stand for points. It stands for Papa Rod. I'm for the kids, man. I'm for the kids, man.
Chrissy said they get jacked up every now and again.
She had no business doing this.
Then me and I said, I whooped my girls' ass. Not like I got my ass whooped, but they understood. You ain't whooped nobody.
Now I tell you what,
you ain't whooped nobody.
Tonight yet. I must be way behind, but I tell you one thing about me tonight. Meat is a tall.
Okay, woman. I didn't say meat didn't. Now
I know what you said. Everyone might not have to though. Because meat will get you. Everyone already said meat is 13-0 at boxing matches.
Meat don't even need no belt. So you know when you see on the live and then they get to laughing and then Meek hit Anwar and he be like, "Stop hitting me." Let me tell you something. Where was I? We was on the cruise and Meek laughed or did something and she hit me and I was like, "Oh shit!" Now I know what Anwar talking about. That let me tell you, she got them hands. Do you hear me? She don't need no belt. All she probably got to do is hit them one good time and them girls gonna straighten up. But I don't think Anwar whooped nobody.
Hey, y'all, on these comments, we're pulling them up. It's so many, so we're pulling them up, letting make sure people are seeing them. I may not be reading them all because we're just trying. We are on a time constraint tonight, just for GP. But you're right, man. Cause if me was my mama, she would smile at me and I'd get nervous. Mama, what you smiling about? What I do wrong?
Exactly.
Yeah. But Meek, the sweetest person in the world. But you know, Meek don't play. At least I know she don't play, and she don't. But her daughters they're so respectful. I can't see them getting in trouble anyway. Edward, what are you talking about? I don't see them getting in trouble. Edward over there talking about I whoop my kid. Get out of here. They don't get in trouble.
Well, nothing. He in a house full of women, mama, his wife, and his baby girl. He ain't doing nothing. He just loving all of them.
He ain't busting a grape over there.
And no, exactly. He probably pick them both up, talking about Meek. Don't be hitting my baby.
Yeah, don't be hitting my baby. Yeah, I told you that. There was no way I was telling my parents what I was not going to do. No, man. Try that yesteryear. Mama, I ain't going in there and take out no trash. You must be crazy. I'm going to call CPS. Boy, my mama dialed a phone and hit you upside the head with the receiver. I'm telling you, man. And then call them back a second time.
I remember, let me tell you, I remember an aunt telling one of my cousins, he's like, I'm about to call them and they about to come. And she said, you know what? I need a break. Go on, call them. I need a break anyway. Go on. Dial the number. Go ahead. And I'm going to tell them to keep you for a while.
Yeah. You know what my mama used to threaten us with? I'm going to take you to jail.
Ooh, for what?
My mama, man, I'm surprised me and my brother, I may not be normal.
Your mama didn't know. She had no. That's because she had two boys.
My mama had, she knew what these young folks used to say. My mama had no chill.
No, she couldn't. She had two boys. Do you know?
Yeah, we
you and your brother most of the time, boys. No, she had to remind y'all that she was the alpha. Outside of your daddy, she was the alpha, not y'all. Because you know y'all boys get older and y'all start smelling yourselves and y'all think that y'all run the house. And in reality, no, y'all don't run the house.
Hey, my mama was the first Black Asian I ever met. She moved into Ginsu. When I moved from a boy to a young man, she started whooping us with verbal whoopings.
With what?
She wouldn't hit you with no belt or no switch. We was too big.
Where
so then came the verbal whoopings. I'm gonna help you out, Tanya.
Okay.
Matter of fact, you come home, you've been out doing whatever, and you say 13, 14. I thought I'd tell you to clean up that room, son. Yes, ma'am. You know, they said, the Bible said, oh, disobedient child days shall be short. Man, you might have just hit me with 5. You know, you just took 4 days off your life. What? Man, I would be dead. Why you at school?
I think she was talking herself off the ledge. That's all I think.
Man, she was talking me on the ledge. I tell you what, man, boy, she was something else, man. She used to tell us some disrespectful stuff, man. She said, Rod, are you using prophylactics? I said, Mama, can you talk to me normally? I don't even know what that is. No, I ain't using it.
What you mean God. You ain't, Lord have mercy.
I didn't know what she was talking about. Then when she told me, boy, I was so embarrassed. Mama, how could you? We don't supposed to.
You know what? We kids most of the time, when they respect you and they know that you love them, all you got to do is raise your voice. Well, I put it this way. When kids know that you're unhappy with them, it's enough. My godmother didn't really have to whoop me because all I knew that she was upset and I just started bawling, crying. You would have thought she done just threw me across the room or something. That's just the way it was.
Well, you can get away with stuff with your grandparent though. You can go and blow up half of Walmart, and they call the grandparent, you got a chance of getting away with it. Well, he's just a baby.
Well, let me tell you. No, let me tell you about
grandparents. Blow up the food side or the toy side.
Well, let me tell you about grandparents. Grandparents who are so infatuated with the kids is because they're looking for a second chance. That's because they feel like, okay, I get another opportunity to do it right. So they may look at, I didn't whoop you enough. I didn't treat you as good. I probably should have done better with you. So then the grandkids is just another opportunity. Plus, they got to get into heaven. They got to make up for what they didn't do right the first time, because, some have them when they're young. Because guess what? You do know that regardless of how many children you have, none of your children are raised by the same parent. Because when you have them in different stages of your life, your whole demeanor is different, your attitude's different, what you put up with is different, what you can do is different, your resources are different, everything's different. So it's just what it is.
House of X said they gonna lock some kids up over there. And Big Merc said, did I respond? What up, YN? No, man. I don't be egging them on. I don't talk to them long, man. They ain't gonna convert me, have me over here talking crazy, talking to the other languages they be talking. But hey, y'all, man, we got 18 real homies in the crib. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming out, man. We may have to do a part 2. We're gonna keep it coming. We had to skip a Monday this month because Tanya was traveling and I was live on another channel, so we had other obligations. But we're back. I think, Tanya, we're not doing anything in December, right?
No, nothing in December.
Yeah. So we won't be back until 2026 as far as live and direct with T and Rod. Now we will be doing our individual channels, our individual Tuesday libations, D&Ds, Saturday scrutinies, Monday midnight drinks, and what else, Tanya, got? Wednesday whomp you upside the head.
It don't be
funny. She tell you like he's doing good. He know all my little things. Y'all check out Tanya. I know they were gone, so she definitely gonna be dropping some content. They were traveling, and I'm about to drop some of the content I got. I got people sleeping in booths at restaurants and all kinds of stuff. Man. Yeah, man. I thought he was dead. But it said he was asleep. I was all right. I know who ain't gonna stick around to find out what's going on with me. They ain't gonna be me.
Exactly.
It didn't look didn't look brother friendly. So I got
facts, Dark Theme. You are right.
And what Dark Theme said, grandparents are salty because they're older and they can send them. That's what it is. They ain't looking for no damn second chance. I'm looking for the chance to say, I don't want to be your parent no more for right now. I'm gonna be your parent next time you come back. Take your butt back over there and with your mama and y'all do all of that. But
well, you know what? Sometimes I be a little mad. I'd be a little mad because when my daughter was little, during the summer, I would let her, and my daughter would go from the age of 4 to 8. She would go to my mom's house because my mom lived in North Carolina. And she would go in the summer, and she would go like for the month of July or the month of June, right? Because she didn't see her throughout the year, right? So she would come and spend about 4 weeks with her or whatever. And she would let her get by with stuff. She would be doing stuff. I said, do you see she put her pillows on your floor? Like from the couch, like it knocked on the floor or whatever. And my mom was like, well, you just pick it up. I'm like, wait a minute. Where the belt? I said, why you ain't whooping her? You whooped us. And we just knocked it off by mistake. And you coming in there wailing the belt, but she down there and she can knock it over. I said, look, is she touching your antique phone over there? Like it was like I was sitting over there telling on my child because I'm like, well, God dog it. I went through it. Why she ain't going through it? But That's okay.
They let them get away with stuff, and I wonder, do grandparents think, hey, that's your responsibility, that's your job, I done did my part. I wonder that, because a lot of times, I know in my mama's house, I don't even know why we had a living room, because you couldn't sit in there. But then I couldn't imagine by the time my kids had kids, my mom had passed. But I bet you they'd be in there eating ice cream cones and everything, playing football games and everything. Because she'd be like, "That's all right, let them play. They're gonna be kids, man."
See, exactly.
It'll be a national disaster if me and my brother was in there.
See, exactly. It's like
call the National Guard.
I'm like, keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. You know, so my energy is the same.
Lisa brought up a good point.
We say, was there plastic on the sofa? No, my mama did not have plastic on the sofa, which means that when you sat on her sofa, you need to sit in one spot. You don't need to put your feet up on there. You can't sleep on it. You can't do none of that. It was, my mom had, I don't know if does she still have that furniture? Because I know she said she was going to switch it out recently. She had custom Victorian furniture. So there was it had like the feet and the wood, and then the big back end and all that type of stuff, and the arms. And she had like the big mirror and the foyer table to go with it. And the foyer was all marble. It was heavy as hell. And she had it since before my brothers were born. So she's had it now for 40 years. I don't think she has some of it anymore, though. I think because recently she said she was going to exchange it out and get some updated furniture.
We need to talk about that old house, not old house, but how things used to be, like paneling and heaters and yeah, like them heaters you used to stand in front of, take 2 days to heat the whole house up.
Oh, you mean you got the little thing going on?
Oh no, I'm talking about the
kind. Not that one.
Oh, we had to blow your house up kind of heaters. You ain't never seen one of them?
What are you talking about? The one that looked like an oven?
No, it's a square thing, but you turn the gas on.
Oh no!
And they always let the kids do it. That was the highlight of going to my grandparents' house. Hey, Rod, go over there and light the heater. So you turn the gas.
No, why they let you go like?
And you strike a match. And it wasn't no long match. It wasn't them.
Right.
It was one of them 1974 matches. You know. And you could be stupid and try to stick it in there, or you could just throw it up in there. Once you got good, you throw it up in there, and it just go poof.
No. See, you was in the country. I grew up in the city. Remember?
No.
So in the city, we didn't have gas.
Ain't nobody watching.
We had radiators.
Can you go and tell us the truth? Ain't nobody watching. You ain't from Brooklyn. You really from Atlanta. You from Alabama.
I know you lying.
Hey, you got 1 minute. 1 minute.
I know you lying. No. Brooklyn, New York, we had radiators. We had radiators. My mom and them are from the South. So that's why, like, the way that I cook and certain things are Southern, because my parents, they were from the South. Well, not my parents, but my mama and her generation, aunties, uncle, all of them came from, we were the first generation from her family in the North. They were North Carolina folks.
I love that. That's a great presidential speech. I told you, man, throw that in on like the second week of your election run. Because what you just said, your ass is from Alabama.
Oh my gosh.
All that around the block up the corner, Uncle Dave caught a chicken wagon up to New York.
No. You were trying to say, I thought maybe you figured I was from the South or was playing maybe I did something or I said something. So
hey, y'all, Tanya got a live on Instagram somewhere. She is doing some b-boy dance. I know it's her and Timmy doing some b-boy dance, and then she doing some stuff by herself. It's dope. Y'all got to go check it out. Speaking of checking out content, I got to check the replay. Meet and I dropped a premiere tonight, a video. They were at a plantation, and I can't wait to see it. Their vlogs when they do these are very monumental to the history and what some of our ancestors actually endured. it barely scratches the surface of what they really went through, but at least it tells us more than any schoolhouse ever could have. So definitely check out Meet and I, their latest vlog. Check us out. I'm gonna be all over the place. One minute I'm gonna be talking about how to do some stocks. Next minute I'm gonna be talking about how to travel. Then I'm gonna come out of here and ask you what your kids doing. Who watching your kids? Because mine grown. So you never know. Just have your notifications on, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Tanya, you got anything to end this joint with?
It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
I hope they with their kids.
Let me tell you, but let me tell you something. That was the age of the latchkey kid. That was when, in my generation, you grew up. They had at 10 o'clock, it was reminding the damn parents, do you know where your kids at?
That's how they did it in New York.
You know why? Because I was always raised, you better be back up on this stoop when that light come on. When that light come on, you better be on the stoop, meaning when my mama or my auntie or somebody poke their head out that daggone apartment window, they should be able to see you, say your name and see you, and you come up in that apartment building. Because if not, you was getting a tail whooping.
Well, here's a PSA, and for the people in the back, that's a public service announcement. We didn't have no stoops in the South, so you better have your ass in the house by the time them street lights came on.
You had a porch though, right? No?
Yeah, we did, but you was in the house, man. You ain't did nothing.
Oh no, we was on the stoop because in Brooklyn, especially if there was no school in the summertime, we was outside until everybody went in. As long as we was on the stoop, it was like we was home. We just stayed on the stoop because you could open the window and touch your child right there. You was on the stoop, on the steps, brownstones, apartment buildings. As long as you was where they can put their head out the window and they could see you, you was good.
Hey, before we end, I'm gonna get out here. I'm gonna tell you how cold-blooded my mama was. My curfew was at 12. At 12 o'clock and 15 seconds, all you heard was
oh no.
And that when you heard that slide across that, when you heard the electric slide on that lock, and get what
y'all had the chain. We had the doggone deadbolt, that big stem, that metal stem that was built into the floor, and you go choo-choots, can't nobody kick your door in.
That's straight up. That's straight up New York. No, we ain't had none of that Hawaii 5-0 stuff, y'all. See. Y'all, I love this woman, man. I gotta let her go though. I promised I was gonna keep over, but we didn't. I gotta make her laugh before we get out of here. Hey, just ask yourself, okay, my mom said you better not let them lights beat you home. Y'all, we're gonna get out of here. I gotta make Tanya laugh on our way out of here. Thank y'all so much. Much love. Keep hope alive and watch your kids while you at it. And I gotta show Tanya something, y'all. Tanya, I can still hear you now when I show this.
Okay, yes. Oh my Lord.
I ain't gonna even play it. Is it playing on there?
Yeah, he was bad. He was bad. He needed a butt whooping. His mama had to whoop him. Look at there. Oh, oh my God, that shirt. I think everybody had that daggone. Ooh, was on the waves.
Hey, I got that at Jeans. Hey, tell you, I got that at Jeans West. 2 for $20, man. Don't tell nobody.
Jeans West. Lord have mercy.
Hey, y'all, much love, man. We're going to raise up. I know this Tanya shut up, but I got to get somebody to watch PBE on this thing. Y'all, we out of here. To all the people that's ever been on Points Blank Express, I want to show y'all some love. Much love, y'all. We out of here. Much love. Tanya, I'm going to let you get out of here. I know it's that time. I'm going to holler.
All right. See y'all.